Because I'm kind of fresh meat. Invite some chatters to your party? No, Manny. Why don't you invite some chatters to your party, Manny? Huh? Huh, Manny? Invite some chatters to your party. I would?
You were born to be swift and strong.
Even the dead rise to challenge me here. It's nice not to be dead yet.
You got the big bastard.
Fine work.
Farewell.
Not the most pleasant of arenas, but it'll have to do for now.
Time to burn!
Feel the chill. Freeze! Freeze!
seems this new arena suits me.
A dashing...
Now there's... I'd almost... God hasn't abandoned us.
Farewell, still alive. Stay sharp out there. Stay sharp out there.
Let's see. Can you guys hear me? If you can hear me, let me know. I'm trying to set this up. Never streamed before. Okay, sweet. Wait. So I'm just testing this right now. I'm probably going to do a full Frostblades Act 10 run later this evening. Probably like about 5 hours from now. Like maybe like starting like around 10 o'clock. I can't do it right now because I gotta go do some stuff with my family here in a little bit. So I'm just testing this now. So I'll do that later and I'll stream the whole thing. Uh, but yeah, right now I'm just testing the stream and just practicing some duelist muling, which I'll do that again here in a second. I'll kind of talk through what I'm doing. Um, I think the best thing to do when you start leveling Frostblades is to mule a Duelist for a couple things. Wait, why is my sound options not changing? Do you guys ever have this issue with like if you change from speakers to headphones, like PoE doesn't like switch, and so like if you switch from headphones to speakers, like you change the speakers, but then it doesn't work. Like these audio settings are kind of wonky sometimes. Anyway, so
You were born to be swift and strong.
oh wow,
What did you do with your gifts,
that name
Duelist?
exists. What are the
You
chances?
squandered them on self-indulgence.
Anyway, so make a Duelist to mule Ancestral Protector, Ruthless, and Ancestral Call. I think it's worth
Even the
doing
dead
that.
rise to challenge me here.
If you practice this just like a few times, you should be able to get this time down to about 6 minutes or less, 5 minutes maybe. So 5 minutes for Ancestral Protector. The reason I think it's good to do that is because you don't get Ancestral Protector as a shadow unless you want to do Library, which I don't want to do Library. That takes way longer than 5 minutes. And then Ruthless is just a really good support gem early on, especially like if the only sockets you can get is green-red. If you have green-red links, then there's really no good red support gem until you get to Act 2. So having Ruthless in Act 1, like for Brutus and Merveil, is very good, I think. Then you'll use Ancestral Call also
It's nice not to be
just
dead
until
yet.
you get the additional Strike Mastery, and then you can drop Ancestral Call. So when you get to town, log out, log back in, run over to him,
Fine
get
work.
Splitting Steel, check for a red-green link. If there's any red-green links, you can buy that. Like this right here is perfect for the axe, which
Stay
we'll just use
sharp
just
out
for
there.
this clear. Put Splitting Steel on it,
Not the most
put
pleasant
Chance to
of
Bleed
arenas,
on it,
but it'll have to
drop
do
this, we
for
don't
now.
need that anymore. Run to Tidal Island. You do Tidal Island also so you can get the Quicksilver, because having a second Quicksilver also makes this worth doing.
Time to burn!
Thankful for your Frostblades guide and crafting videos. Hey, thanks, Silent. Appreciate that. Stream recording will be available. I don't know how it works when you're like if you're done with a stream, if you have to like separately upload it to your channel, or if it automatically uploads, or if you have to like go to the live section. I don't know. I've never streamed before, so I'm still kind of figuring all this out. So when you get to Tidal Island here, you don't really have to kill anything. You don't need to level up. You don't need experience on this mule. I just do it sometimes because it's like habit. So I've done this a bunch of times, and the way that I've found is best to kill Hellrick here is to actually just let your bleed kill him, because like your bleed when he's running does more damage than anything that you'll do to him. So as long as he's bleeding and you just kite him like this, like whenever he's running, like you see the bleed damage just kills him really fast. So just like keep hitting him and run away and then bleed and kill him. Grab whatever he drops, log out. And then get your Quicksilver right away.
Now that I'd almost.
Get Ancestral Call from this reward and then buy Ruthless right here.
While we live, we
Then
are
you're
blessed.
done. You can run right back to Mudflats. Mudflats can be really dangerous sometimes, so you have to like be careful to try not to die in here. You don't have to kill like anything, like I said, but sometimes you have to kill stuff just so the rows don't overwhelm you. It's like they do so much damage. These rows are just ridiculous. It's also good to kind of like move in a circle and like move in zigzags here, because if you like stand still or if you move in a straight line, then the Roa charges will just destroy you.
It seems this new arena suits me.
Oh, no. Especially if you get magic ones, like the magic Roas just like annihilate you. Yep. It happens. Day 1 League, is it possible to metamorph for essence? Yeah, I think probably not metamorph. Metamorphs are really hard. I'm definitely gonna do essence though. Oh my god, chain stun. This is unfortunate here. Essences only really get hard when you get like all the Atlas nodes for them, and then you start corrupting them, so you get like 5 essences that are like deafening, and the corrupted essences, like those are the really hard, dangerous ones. But like day 1 essences that are like just 1 or 2 essences that are like shrieking, maybe, like those ones are pretty easy, and you can do those no problem usually. Oh, thank you. Please don't kill me. Okay, I got the 3 things, and now the Nessa Cavern is sometimes... Oh my god. This is bad. Yeah, they should redesign this zone, actually. I think I can't imagine being a new player and like trying to like run through this zone. Especially if you run like a magic Roa pack. Especially if you take like, instead of taking Splitting Steel, if you take like, I don't know, Molten Strike or something. Like imagine trying to like use Molten Strike and like run through this zone and not just get annihilated by Rotas. Like they're trying to slow down PoE and like make it more new player friendly, and yet they have like Mudflats is like literally the hardest zone in the entire campaign. And it's like the third zone you get to. It's crazy. So if you get lucky with Nessa here, or this little submerged passage, you can get to this like really quick. This was like a super scuffed run because I died like 3 times, but you don't even need to go in here. Once you click on this thing right here, you can just like immediately log out. You don't actually have to go into the submerged passage because that's the last thing you're gonna do on Duelist. And then you run here, get Ancestral Protector, Steel Skin.
Got a job.
Check one more time for green-red links. There's nothing here. That's unfortunate. You can also look at the claws. If there's like a claw that's like green-red like this, it might be good to grab it. And yeah, he doesn't have nothing. So
Farewell.
this run's done, and then what you would do is just come to the stash, dump your gems, your flask, and you know whatever else you have, just dump it, and then bam, you're done. You can delete this character now, and then you would start your shadow and go.
With quickness.
What about rogues? Rogue Exiles? Rogue Exiles are pretty easy, I think. I would totally farm Rogue Exiles. I don't know if they're worth it though, personally, but they're okay, I guess. You're making me feel much better about my practice run. Yeah, sometimes it doesn't always go smoothly. That's how they show you what awaits you for the first 1,000 hours. Yeah. Yeah, first 1,000 hours. That's pretty accurate, I think. Like, I would say the first league that you play PoE, like you're just gonna be awful. Like, there's no way you can like learn enough in the space of one league to like become, you know, a competent player. Because maybe if you have no job and you're like in college or something and you can like literally play 12 hours a day every day, then maybe. But if you're only playing like, you know, on your weekends, like I work full time, so I only play like, I don't like play like a full degenerate anymore, except on my weekends, and occasionally at league starts I'll, you know, take like a 4-day weekend and I'll play a lot. But yeah, learning the game in one league is a pretty tall order. 1,000 hours though, you should probably be feeling pretty comfortable after like 500 to 1,000 hours of playing, because that's like 500 hours is probably like 2 to 3 leagues, and that's if you play a lot. Because you know, if you play 200 hours a league, like that's a pretty good amount to play in one league. So, is there a good leveling unique weapon for this build? Not really. I don't think so. You might find like a good claw that's unique. Like, let's see, what are even the unique claws? Um, no, this one's okay. Um, this one's pretty good. Kind of. It converts to chaos, which you don't want. This one sucks. This one sucks. I mean, they're kind of all bad, to be honest. I don't think the uniques really matter as far as claws go, anyway. Uh, if you wanted to play with something other than a claw, can you guys see this screen, by the way? If I change to this, if I put my browser here, can you guys see that? Or is it only showing the game? Do you guys see PoE Wiki right now? Or do you see... You don't see it, do you? Oh, man, I need to figure this out. Oh, you do? Oh, my YouTube's screen shows that it's not showing. I wonder why that is. My YouTube stream shows that it's still on the character select screen. But yeah, anyway. If you don't go claws, then there's probably like a couple better uniques, but I mean, I'm planning on going claws. So I'm working on a new League Start POB that I'll show you here. You guys see POB then, right? Because I don't know if you can see POB either. Why does my YouTube stream show me, doesn't show me this? That's weird. Let's see. First two leagues, I would say if you're a Pepe, yeah, 2 leagues, yeah. I didn't really feel comfortable with the game, so I started playing in Betrayal League. And in Betrayal League, I played like 2 builds, and they were both just complete garbo. And then I actually skipped Synthesis League, which was right after Betrayal. And I wish I hadn't skipped Synthesis because I heard it was really, really cool. But I skipped it because I was playing Shadowlands at the time. I went back to WoW. I hadn't played WoW in like 5 years, and I went back to it. But I wish I hadn't done that. And then after Synthesis was... what the hell was after Synthesis? Legion? I don't even remember. I'll look it up because I'm bored. After Synthesis, yeah, it was Legion. Legion League was awesome. Legion League is when I kind of like learned the game a lot, and like Legion Glacier farming was so awesome. I just made like a Vol Ice Nova assassin, and I farmed legions on like tier 2 Glacier or whatever that was, and just farmed like insane doing that, and got my first headhunter in that league, and yeah, that league was awesome. Practice runs have been terrible. First acts are tough. Yeah, the first act 1 to 2 and 3 is like, it does really feel bad. I would suggest if any of you are planning on starting Frostblades, I would definitely do a couple practice runs, at least like through act 3, maybe act 4, or even to Kitava if you have time, because it really sucks in the beginning. Once you practice though, it's not as bad because you know what you're doing, and it can feel better. But if you don't practice, and like you're just gonna be sludging through Act 1, Act 2, like it can feel real bad if you don't get some practice in. Any thoughts on Frostblades versus Bone Shatter? I mean, Bone Shatter's really good, so I mean, if you want to play Bone Shatter, then play Bone Shatter. I'm gonna play Frostblades again, just because I like the build. Frostblades is faster than Bone Shatter for sure. Frostblades is one of the fastest builds in the game. Like, I mean, the way you zoom around the game is just insane. So, like, hardly any build can match the speed of, Frostblades. And I like this build because it's fast,
Just
and I
need a
like to play
moment to
fast.
catch
So,
my breath.
if you look at the speed of this build, like, Bone Shatter is not doing this, right? Like, Bone Shatter is not moving this fast. I mean, this is just ridiculous. Bone Shatter is fast, but it's not this fast.
Fun.
And so, I don't think Bone Shatter can really scale to that level of damage either, because you usually don't play crit on Bone Shatter. You usually play like Resolute Technique on Bone Shatter. You can play crit, but yeah, Bone Shatter's good. I mean, if you want to play Bone Shatter, play Bone Shatter. It's good. Why use Imperial Claw? Imperial Claw is the best claw base. Has the most DPS. That's also a high attack speed. So If you look at claws here, I'll show you since I already have this pulled up. If you look at the DPS of claws, um, which is right here, Imperial Claw has the highest DPS, but it also has 1.6 base attack speed, which is also the main reason. Like even if like Terror Claw, if Terror Claw had like more DPS but it had a lower attack speed, you would still use Imperial Claw because this base attack speed is so important. So yeah, Imperial Claw is the best base, and it has life on hit, which is also very good. Like some of these have like percent leech, which is pretty much useless, but life on hit is very, very good for recovery. Played Betrayal, got destroyed. Yeah, Betrayal League was really hard when it first launched. Like everything, like most leagues, it was super overtuned. I'm just trying to read through these chats here. Shadowland made the same mistake. Yeah, I'm done with WoW now. I think I highly doubt I'll ever go back to it. Started on Synthesis, I was super lost. Came back for Ritual and learned so much. Yeah, I didn't play Ritual either. What was I doing during Ritual League? Maybe it was Ritual League when I was playing Shadowlands, actually. Did Shadowlands come out during Ritual League? Maybe that's what I was when I played Shadowlands. Maybe I skipped Synthesis for something else. Maybe I was playing like Apex Legends or something back then. I don't know. That sounds about right, actually. Started in Talisman, but I didn't get properly into the game for years. Oh man, Talisman was way back. Can you give me advice on how I can meet women if I only play Baldur's Gate 3 and PoE? I don't want to install Tinder because it's for losers. Can't really help you with that one, buddy. I mean, I've been married for 15 years, so I'm a boomer, dude. I'm 37, so you young guns out there on the apps, I can't speak to none of that. You got to figure that out for yourself. Just play Bone Shatter, Frostblade's Keck. Yeah, I mean Bone Shatter's really good. I mean, if you want to play Bone Shatter, play Bone Shatter. Just want to thought my leaks, any of my leaks are sorry, Frostblade's video, well done. What's up, Felix? Thanks for checking out the stream. Planning to start another build for some currency, doing heists for a day or two, and then swap to this build. So would you still recommend claws instead of any unique leveling sword or something? If you're going to play Frostblades, I recommend you go claws. If you're going something else, then you could not use claws. But if you're going to play Frostblades, claws is just the best. And the main reason for that is because of Nightblade elusive. So claws can take all these claw nodes and get all this Nightblade elusive effect. And then you can also take this dagger wheel, which has elusive effect on this notable, and then it also has a mastery, which gives you even more crit multi from elusive. So this alone is worth using claws if you're going to play Frostblades. So I would not recommend you use any other type of weapon. Plus claws are just really, really fast, and they have the life on hit. So yeah, claws are just the way to go. Don't know about heists though. I'm not a big fan of heists. If you like heists and you get, I know they're good money. Like I know people make money heisting, but I don't like heists. I think they're boring as hell, and like I cannot stand like standing there waiting for doors to open. So yeah, I won't do that. But I know that it's like a semi-viable, early currency farming strategy. So if that's what you want to do, go for it. Don't bother meeting women. PoE is better. True, dude. True. I just joined. Sorry if you already answered. You're going to post a video with your starter build, the POB. Yes, I am going to do. I will post this POB right here. I've been working on it. It's just a day one POB. I will. I don't know what kind of video it'll be, but I will post some kind of video with this day one POB. It's going to be level 85. Just play Frostblades with Chieftain and Central Call 30. Yikes. Yeah, the new Chieftain looks really rough. I don't know what the hell they were thinking when they did that rework. Chieftain like at least has like good fire damage on it and conversion and covered in ash, which they're moving this to the tree, aren't they? There's going to be like a passive tree that says this, but it's like you have to stand still for 2 seconds to get it, which is just really ridiculous. Who wants to stand still for 2 seconds? I don't know what the hell they were doing with Chieftain. I mean, this current form of Chieftain isn't really that great either because it's like split between like fire attack like fire hit and like fire dot, so it like kind of has no real like identity. But no, there's like this slam node here too, which is like, I know there's some fire slams in the game, but like this ability doesn't get like multi-strike, it doesn't get ruthless, uh, so it's like not good for igniting. It doesn't get Fist of War either, which like Fist of War is the most important slam support gem. So like Chieftain is like, it could have been good if it had just made this node right here like work better with Fist of War especially. But yeah, Chieftain, I think they missed the mark on that rework. Unfortunate. Probably won't be playing a Chieftain. But Jug and Berserker are both pretty good though. So at least Marauder. I think Marauder overall is still like one of the better base classes. Um, I think Templar is probably the worst base class, unfortunately, because I think Hyro sucks and Guardian sucks, unless you're like an aura stacking like group memer, or you're want to play totems. But I don't like totems. Inquisitor's pretty good though. I think Inquisitor is very, very good. What do you think about your Glacial Hammer Slayer? I'd love to play that, but not sure about taking it to Ubers. Ooh, that was kind of a meme build, the Glacial Hammer Slayer. I still have that character right here. I think this guy, I think I turned this guy into like a Static Strike Auto Bomber though, actually. But Glacial Hammer is not good. Yeah, this is my this is the Strength Stacker, Palstron's build. I tried that out. It's pretty good. Glacial Hammer just is a mechanically bad skill. It's kind of like Heavy Strike, right? Like Glacial Hammer is the cold version of Heavy Strike. Like instead of stunning, it freezes. But it doesn't have enough utility. It doesn't have good AoE. It doesn't have good like base attack speed. It doesn't have good enough single target to like be worth using. As fun as it is, I mean, I wish it was better, but it's the skill just mechanically is very weak. Like, and then you can compare it to Frostblades, right? Like, it's a cold skill that you want to freeze with. Frostblades is just like superior to Glacial Hammer, like in every way. So, I mean, yeah. I wanted to try Glacial Hammer with Heat Shiver because Heat Shiver is just like such an insanely broken item. But yeah, I would not really recommend playing Glacial Hammer right now unless you just like really, really love it. Pee-wee reward you for your effort. Unless you look at it's worth it. Let's see. Sanctum. Does Frostblade go in it? Since Melee was pretty much dead for early Sanctum runs. Yeah, Melee was hard in Sanctum. I think it'll be better now, though, since they rebalanced it. I did fine in Sanctum. Like, I played Frostblades in Sanctum with this character right here. And it was fine for me. I mean, I didn't league start Frostblades in that league, though. In Sanctum League, I think I league started EK Ignite. Yeah, like this character right here, I think was my Sanctum League starter. So I've played Frostblades later when I like had more gear already, so it was a little easier. But I don't know. I didn't find Sanctum to be too hard with Frostblades. I think it'll be okay. I also didn't really like Sanctum that much, so I don't know how much I'll be running Sanctum this league. I'll probably do it a little bit, but I don't know. I thought Sanctum was kind of boring. Totem is fun. Oof. Okay, if you say so. I haven't played a totem build in a long time though. Maybe I should give one another chance, but I don't know. I just don't really like the totem playstyle. It's too passive. Just like put stuff down and then run around in a circle. Wonder how release Earthquake would look with Fist of War. AoE used to be massive. Oh, it still is massive. Fist of War Slam AoE is nuts still. With Earthquake or Ice Crash, like you can make any of those still have really, really good AoE, but the problem isn't the AoE, the problem is the damage. Chieftain nodes are good for Forbidden Flame Flesh Jewels. Yeah, that's true. Definitely true. Especially the like Max Res one. That one will be good. Also made it mandatory to kill rares in Sanctum. Yeah. No more just speed running through the rooms, huh? Totems for lazy players. Yeah. Oh, what's up, Jason? Thanks for checking out the stream. I enjoyed BV and Winter Orb. I'm very lazy. Yeah, I like BV and Winter Orb. Those are a little different than totem builds because those require you to actually kill stuff yourself. I got 2 Winter Orb characters actually. This one was Winter Orb, and then this one was Winter Orb. These are both the same character. I made it twice because it was such an awesome build. Omni Winter Orb. Omni Winter Orb. Um, Scion was such a good build. Like this build just rocks. Forbidden Right Totems was OP. Yeah, Forbidden Right Totems was really, really strong. I never played that build though, but it did look really good. The other one tries the new war cries deal damage since you can easily get 100 war cry radius. Yeah, I don't know, because it looks like they just apply Corrupting Fever, so you're just going to have to make a Corrupting Fever build. But then if you're going to play a Corrupting Fever build, you might as well just play a regular Corrupting Fever build. Like, why play the Warcry version of the Corrupting Fever? So I don't know. Maybe it'll be good, but who knows? Yeah, but Winter Orb, like, whoo, Winter Orb is awesome. Winter Orb is like the best mapping skill in the game, I think, in my opinion. Winter Orb is just, you can't beat it. This was back when Smoke Bomb used to be like really, really good. This build like used Smoke Mine speed. But I want to try his new war cries. Brands keep the same vibe as totems, just too passive. Yeah, brands are sort of like totems. I like brands a little bit more though, because I don't know. I guess they are kind of just moving totems, but they feel better than totems for some reason, even if I can't really explain why. War cries make you tanky. That's pretty much it. It depends on the war cry. I mean, there's lots of different war cries. The new war cry is like a Corrupting Fever war cry or whatever. Is it clear? Yeah, Winter Orb clears. Insane. Whoo! Look at that. Yeah, see, like Winter Orb, Herald of Ice chains are just so good. It's not trash for cheap anymore. It's pretty trash unless you invest pretty heavily into it. You could probably still play this version of it. This was before they nerfed Omni though. This was back when Omni used to be 15% pin or per 10 Omni. That's what it was, right? When Omni first came out, it was 1% pen per 10 Omni instead of 15. So it's even better. I mean, but it's still pretty good. You don't need like that much penetration, right? So I'm sure there's ways you can play Winter Orb still that are viable. But yeah, I love Winter Orb. Winter Orb is really cool. What other characters I got here? Let me show you guys. This was my Self Curse BV build back before they destroyed Self Curse, the old Headhunter days. So there used to be this self-curse build where you would self-curse yourself with temporal chains with these gloves right here with Herald of Thunder. So you would put Herald of Thunder with temporal chains, curse on hit, and then your Herald of Thunder would hit stuff and it would reflect temporal chains back onto you. And then, but it wouldn't slow you because you'd wear these, which would make your movement speed still be good. And then you just stack a bunch of buff, like buff duration and stuff to make your Headhunter buffs like last forever. You could get your Headhunter buffs to last like 80 seconds because you would use like these curse effect cluster jewels so that your temporal chains curse effect was like super high. And then yeah, you would stack up like 100 Headhunter buffs Back in the self-curse days. Oh, this is like a legacy explodey chest too. Enemies you kill explode. None of that chance to explode crap. But yeah, this was a super fun build. Temporal chains curse effect. Self-curse headhunter. Yeah, this was the day back then. Can you show me some endgame gameplay of Frostblades with Metamorph or Essence? Yeah, sure. Zoom, zoom.
Just need a moment.
I mean, this is super endgame. I mean, I don't know what you mean by endgame. Like, do you mean like league start, or do you mean like endgame? But like, let's see, is Metamorph on this? Yeah, Metamorph. I'll show you. I mean, this build just destroys everything. So, I mean, if you want to see what it does to essences, it's just gonna kill them instantly. Same with the Metamorph too. Here's a rogue Metamorph, you see, watch. There, it's gone instantly. And here's the essence. Instantly dead. See? I mean, there's not really much to show. There's not really much to show. This build is just nuts. Here's a Metamorph, I'll kill this. There you go. Metamorph essence. That's what it looks like. Here's a Mage Blood Omni bow character that I had. In what league was this? This was in Lake of Calandra. I think I had this, or maybe it was Sentinel. I don't remember what league this was. I crafted this bow myself. I was just doing some experimenting with like snipe earlier. I feel like there's some like ways to use snipe with like multiple different skills that might be interesting. I don't know. I don't know if I have the energy to actually try to make a build out of it. But yeah, this character. How much currency is that build? The Frostblades one? Probably about 100 divines or so. 110. Maybe. That's with Crucible mods too. This character has Crucible, really good Crucible mods. This is my Stormburster. This guy is like nothing. I don't think I did anything with that guy. This is my Stormburst Trickster that I respect. That's the video that I posted about the Elder Slayers. Static Striker. This is a deck stacking Ballista Totem build. No way you can do that much damage with 100 divines. That is insane. I promise you, you can. I'll show you the POB. This is that character that I was just on, right here. Let's see, min-maxed endgame with cluster, min-maxed gems, and this is it. 175 million DPS. This claw right here. I crafted this claw myself. It probably cost me about 30 divines or so to craft it. And in my guide video, I did a whole budget breakdown of this whole build, and it's around 100 divines. That's not an exaggeration. Opportunistic forbidden jewels, point blank, possible escape, Watcher's Eye, pretty good circle of fear, lethal pride with some double damage on it. This cluster jewel that I crafted. Do you level with Frostblades from Act 1 on League Start? You can, yeah, definitely you can. I'm going to. Um, you can also level with other stuff. You don't have to level with Frostblades. You can use Blade Trap to help with bosses. You can level with a spell. I mean, you can level with any other spell you want. You can try to level with Spectral Helix, which I think is still pretty strong for leveling. But I mean, I think Frostblades is good, especially once you get out of like the beginning of the game. It's only really weak in the beginning when you're on like a 3-link, and before you get like some attack speed and stuff built up. So if you look at the tree here, like Act 1, I think it's best to just rush this additional strike mastery, and then you pick up this speed and then leech and then this pen right here and this Ellie mastery. And like once you get this is kind of like when the build starts to start feeling good, because this makes a huge difference, this mastery here. And then you keep getting speed, so you get this speed here, come down here and get all this stuff. You know, you get this speed, accuracy, and then once you have this, like the build feels really, really good, because you got, by this time you're gonna have your whirling blades, faster attacks, you're gonna be quick. You might have Wrath and Trinity on. So like if you run like this setup right here, like with Wrath, you're gonna feel really, really good. You said like 20% less damage with Crucible mods. Yeah, probably. About. It depends on what Crucible mods you have. Like some people don't have this. Not everybody has the same Crucible mods that I had. But anywhere from like 15 to 30% less damage, depending on how good your Crucible mods were. Like my Crucible mods were very, very good. They could have been even better. Like these three right here are 18% damage, having all three of these. And then my shield has retaliation, which is 5% damage. And then you're going to use the shock endurance charges. This one doesn't really do much. So yeah, 15, 20, 25% less damage, something like that. But in Sanctum League, we didn't have any of this stuff, and I had my Frostbane's character in Sanctum League had like almost 100 million DPS too. So, I mean, this is overkill, right? Like at this level of gear, you don't need this much damage unless you just want to farm Ubers. But if you want to farm Ubers, I wouldn't do it on Frostblades. I would make it a better boss killer than to do that. So you're still gonna have plenty of damage. Can you show us how to go from Act 1 to maps in less than 5 hours using Frostblades? Shouldn't take too long. It shouldn't take too long. Yeah, sure. I'll just do it real quick. I'll just go from Act 1 to maps, sure, real quick. No, I'm gonna do that later tonight. I'm gonna do a full Act 10 run later tonight. I can't do it right now though, because I'm gonna get off here in just a few minutes. But yeah, if you check out the stream like later tonight, I plan on doing a full run you can watch. Can you drop this POB? The league start one? Oh yeah, I can. I think I can. Let's see. Generate base bin. Sure. There you go. Should be able to use that to get it. Did you do your void stones without carry? Is it realistic on league start? Yeah, I did my own void stones. But if you feel like it, you can just buy a carry, especially for like Maven and Uber Elder. I think that's totally fine, especially because on the beginning of the league you can usually get that for like 40C, 50C or something like that, and 50C for a void stone is 100% worth it. So if you're having trouble gearing and you feel like you need more map progression, getting those void stones makes a huge difference in your Atlas progression, because every single one of these void stones just makes your Atlas progression so much smoother. I would totally spend 50C for this. In fact, I've done it before in previous leagues. You're probably going to get similar damage to Crucible with new tattoos. Ooh, I don't know about that. I think the tattoos are going to be pretty weak. They don't look like they're going to provide a whole bunch of damage. It might give you a little bit, but I don't know. We'll see. I started with this build. Thanks for the work. I can tell my mods to look for an Lethal Pride. I can't find one with the right seed. Yeah, sure. I'll show you how to find one, actually. So go to POB, come to the passive tree, and click this button right here. Find Timeless Jewel. And then you go to Lethal Pride, The Conqueror doesn't matter because you're not using a keystone. And then you put in the socket that you're going to put it in, which is the Ghost Dance one. And then you click Filter Nodes, so it only looks up the nodes that you actually have allocated. And then you just search. And, or, why is this not working? Oh, this is like a scuffed. Oh, maybe I actually have to add the socket on. Oh, wait, take that off. I don't actually have any nodes up there. I don't know why this isn't working right now. Maybe it's because this is a scuffed like league start POB. You go to this other one, I'll show you. Yeah, so you come here, put this in, right? And then you search by DPS. And like I want Intimidate on this jewel, right? So you can come here and click this drop down right here, put on Add Intimidate, and it'll put it right here. Change this last number to 1, and that'll make it show you only ones that have Intimidate. And then this shows you the highest DPS ones that you can find. And then you can copy this, click this button right here to search on the trade site for the jewels. That's how you find them. But if you can't figure that out or whatever, you want double damage. You want chance to deal double damage. That's the most important thing to find, and Intimidate. If you can get one that has double damage with Intimidate on it, that's going to be very, very strong. And then like melee damage is good, crit multi is good, melee crit multi, double damage, melee damage is good, ignite's bad, double damage, yeah, that's what you want, just damage. Won't be able to be here. I'm very interested. Yeah. Let's see. POB. Don't look for it in the stats. Yeah, double damage. I made like 2k divines this league with Frostblades, have 2 Mage Bloods, Headhunter, and a Mirror in my stash. Dang, dude. Nice. I didn't make that much. I quit the league before I could make that much.
Just need a moment to catch my breath.
About 100 divines sitting here. I didn't really like Crucible League. I think Crucible was probably my least favorite league ever. I think the Crucible mechanic just sucks. I don't like it at all. Never did a single boss my entire lifetime alone. I bought all of them, even Mentor and those. With Orbot, managed some Conqueror. Well, I hope you have a better time this league. Frostblades is a good bosser, so I mean, if you play Frostblades and get it actually properly geared up, Frostblades can boss. You should be able to kill some bosses. I want to see Keystone tattoos. Ooh, Keystone tattoos. Yeah, I don't know if those are gonna be in the game, but that'd be sweet. It'd be cool to get Keystones wherever you want them. Yeah. What is FB? FB Frostblades. Frostblades. Don't talk about tattoos. Remember, invocations are coming back. Invocations. You mean sanctified relics? Those are not coming back. Sanctified relics are not coming back. Invocations are the keystones that you added to the sanctified relics, but those sanctified relics are not coming back. So no, you will not have those. Do you have a video where you explain how to craft 12 passive cluster? No, but I can show you. You just go like this. You take your cluster jewel and you come to the harvest bench, and you go to attack. Oh, it has to be rare. Come to the harvest bench, and you go to either the attack reforge, this one, or the caster one. Either one of these. And if you do either one of these, you will get the attack and cast speed mod every time. If you do it on a cold jewel. This is a physical jewel, so that's why it's not. And you just do this until you get like damage or effect, and then you can exalt, slam, and annul until you get the other one. So you're gonna have the attack and cast speed every time, and then you need the increased effect and the damage. So you basically harvest craft until you get one of them, and then you try to exalt on the other one. I think that's the most efficient way to craft them. Let me see if I have a cold Cold cluster. What are these? Lightning, attack. Lightning one might be able to do it. Two-handed, shield, attack, cold, dual wielding. I don't have a cold cluster jewel, but this one might work. Oh, it's not rare either.
Just need a moment to catch my breath.
Not rare. Attack. So see how it says attack and cast speed? Its attack and cast speed is going to be there guaranteed with this craft. And then cast speed, I believe, is also guaranteed. Yeah, attack and cast speed, attack and cast speed. So you just use either one of these crafts until you get either increased effect or increased damage. Sure, I'll trade you. And then once you get one of those things, you just try to get lucky and exalt on the other one. I'll show you if I can. Increase damage. So like just pretend like that was 4%, right? Okay, so there. Now I can exalt and see if I get increased effect, and I didn't get it, but that's how you craft it. It's gonna take a little bit. It's not. You're gonna get it in 5 seconds, but that's how you craft it. What will you be juicing? I'm going to triple legion. Probably just essence and shrines, like the shrine, because domination is going to be on the map device too. I like doing essence and shrines a lot, so I'll probably just take like a bunch of like map sustain nodes and shrine node here, the shrine nodes here, like this shrine node right here is really awesome. You just get double shrines, and then all the essence stuff probably, and then after that, I don't know, I'm not sure. Might try out expedition with that new like one explosion thing. That looks pretty cool, but haven't really fully made up my mind yet. I don't know. Why don't you sacrifice some damage for defense? This build already has great defense. That's why. I mean, you have 90% evade, you have fortify, you have 100% suppression, you have capped chaos resist, you have like 1,000 life on hit, you have a bunch of chance to avoid taking damage from elusive effect, a bunch of fizz taken as elemental from this and this. So I mean, yeah, you don't need to sacrifice damage. Defenses are already really good. So 12 passive cluster with spamming alts to get lucky. Yeah, you can alt spam too. You can alt regal and try to do it that way. But that's like a little bit harder, I think. It's also cheaper though. It's cheaper but harder. Thanks for the content, great info. Thanks, Paul. Thanks for checking out the stream. Invocations. Yeah, invocations were the keystones that you could put onto the sanctified relics in Sanctum League. They were like, they would go right here, if you remember. And then the sanctified relics had like, you know, fire damage. There was like a damage per int one, I think. There was like a, I don't even remember what they were. There was a bunch of good ones, but then you could add a keystone to them, so they were really strong. But they already said that invocations are, or sanctified relics are not coming back in the game, so I'm not gonna have those, unfortunately. New locations of map nodes on Atlas seem so scuffed. Might just be me being used to old ones. Locations of map nodes on the Atlas? Do you mean like the new maps, or like the new tiers, or what do you mean? You probably need resistance on that too, right? Since resistance are very tight on this build, right? The cluster jewel. If you're talking about the cluster jewel, I got chaos resist on mine, which I just happened to get very lucky to get that chaos resist. But if I didn't have this chaos resist, I would probably just try to maybe get more here. Like my boots are kind of bad. I could get stronger resist there. A little bit stronger on the shield. A little bit stronger on the chest. I mean, there's room to get more resists somewhere. Or you could give up this. Like, you don't have to use Circle of Fear either. You could drop this and get a ring with better resist and damage. So, it all depends. Like, the build is not like super strict on what you use. Like it's very flexible. So if you don't get resist one place, you can get it somewhere else. The passive tree nodes. The new ones here? Oh, I don't know. I haven't looked at it yet. I haven't looked at the new one yet. What do you mean it's scuffed? What about it is scuffed? All above the middle quant and rarity circle for some reason. Map nodes on the atlas. Talking about like these ones? I don't know. I'll have to wait and see. What will you test? Oh, this is the test. I was just testing the stream because I've never streamed before. So just making sure it works and yeah, this is it. You're looking at the test right now. I'm gonna do an Act 10 full run later this evening. Right now I'm just kind of messing around. But yeah, unofficial house is updated. Yeah, I know the tree came out. I haven't bothered to look at it yet though. They didn't change it enough, really. I mean, I don't think. Yeah, they added the keystones, but it's gonna be basically the same. I'll check it out, maybe tomorrow or the next day. Anyway, I think I'm gonna turn this off because I gotta go here very shortly. So, end the stream here. Thanks guys for coming and checking it out. I'm gonna be doing a full run later tonight. You guys want to come back, hang out, and watch that? It's probably not gonna be as good as my other runs I've done because I'll try to, chat with you guys and talk about what I'm doing a little bit. But I'll try to do it as fast as I can and kind of talk through the ways you can make the early acts feel a little better, especially. So yeah, if you guys want to come later on, check that out. I'll be back, and then I'll try to figure out how to upload the video from the stream too. If you can't see it, I'm sure there's a way to do it. I don't know how, but I'll figure it out. Anyway, that's it. See you later, guys. Bye.